You see them all. You see pictures. See the big black thing? The little one. The smaller one. Somebody went out and took a picture of the north horizon. I'm telling you, if you go look, see it. And they're still there, they're just bigger. At night, you can see these things behind us. It's not just in this wall that we're looking at them. They're physical objects that you can locate with your own eyeballs at night. They're very dark in the sky. They're hiding the stars. Can you see them every night? No. No, you can't, because they're moving around. We're wobbling around. They're not in the same place every night. Most nights you can see them. There are several of them behind us, hiding in the shadows. And they have been here creeping up on us for some time. We've been laying eyes on them. You just saw pictures of them. They exist, and they can be found easily behind you. Now, here's the thing. We're starting to see an awful lot of them in the daytime. Getting an awful lot of charge in here, too. A lot of crunch on this magnet in front of us. A lot of induction heating. Lots of big quakes. The volcanoes are starting to go crazy. These things in front of us are becoming visible to a lot of people. Number one, making me nervous. Because, well, here's the thing. And I've been telling you since the beginning. Everything they do is to keep you from knowing this is going on. They want you to blame them, the people, us, your car, cow farts, for everything you see. If people begin to see en masse these goddamn huge planets in front of us, which people are beginning to, they're going to lose the narrative. Period. As you can see, this is Popular Mechanics magazine. They clearly say Earth's axis has secretly shifted. Well, if you were trained to go up and down the globe using the angle of the moon, you would have noticed a long time ago. The Earth's axis has shifted, and the moon, as a result, is doing a new trick. This, as you can tell, is a working model by a respected space agency that shows what your moon should look like at the declination and where you are on the planet. It's for a marked position of you spinning at night, looking at this object here in your sky. This model gives you 1 month of motion that we call an orbit around us. And we supposedly tilt 23 degrees. We used to. And we used to navigate with this model right here, up and down the globe. We couldn't go east to west for the longest time because we didn't have very good clocks to tell us where we were from the GMT to judge the fucking angle of this thing and the stars around it. Traditionally, Orion the hunter has never done a cartwheel. Well, just like the moon now, he's doing a cartwheel also. He will be laying on his side and then stand up and then lay on his other side. This thing will rise, frown, roll 180 degrees, and set like a grin. It's not even rising, wax, and wane like it shows standing up like this anymore. And it should rise standing up and set standing up. Left side lit or right side lit, depending on if it's wax or wane. And that definition is held down here and very specific to hemisphere view. We are literally seeing this both from our porch every night. Once again, for the new folks and Lee, this is your ecliptic. This is where we sit. We oppose it by 23 degrees and spin in this direction on the globe. Our axis shifted. We still roll the same way, but now you go up and down on the planet because you're a north hemisphere specific view and you roll to a south hemisphere specific view, and then you come into the daytime, and the sky in the day is rolling also. We have footage of the sunspots rolling around the sun like that when they should travel across the sun. They're not. If you have a telescope, you can easily see that. And here's the thing, you don't need a telescope to see the moon when you're up here. The moon's down here on the ecliptic, and you're going top to bottom on the planet. The moon does exactly what it used to if I was traveling from New York to Sydney. Where's Sydney? All the way over here. New York to Sydney. That's the only way. Well, you could go from over here down to fucking tip Argentina, I suppose, and see the moon flip too in a Concorde. But now you can sit comfortably on your porch and watch it every night because we're rolling like this. That's all there is to it. The Earth's axis shifted. This is the axis. It shifted, making the moon wobble. Moon wobble, flooding, moon wobble, moon wobble. The moon is wobbling. And the only reason the moon is wobbling is because Earth is wobbling like a drunkard. They tell you this in an indirect manner. They don't come out and say, hey, look, the Earth's wobbling like a drunkard, like in the days of Noah. They tell you the axis shifted and the moon's wobbling. What the fuck is making the moon wobble? Our axis shift. That's what. These things are time stamped over here. You can see they are all in the same day from rise to set. It happens in 12 hours. You must catch it at the horizon in the east and then at the horizon on the west, and you will see that indeed our lunar surface is doing exactly what it shouldn't do. And it's because we're rolling now from top to bottom of the planet because our axis shifted. According to every fucking outlet, every space agency that would be held accountable to centuries of lunar observation and navigation. They have been asked so many times by so many current navigators on the ocean why they can't get sextant readings to line up with their GPS. I have had them in my chat several dozen times myself. You understand they go to NASA first, right? And then couldn't get an answer. And now NASA last year had to come out and admit our axis shifted, which is all I've been saying in the first place. Our axis shifted. And it wasn't because of cow farts. No, this is almost 4 years ago. We watched a CME come in from behind the planet and cause a magnet signature to show up that people had obviously seen centuries before. There it is. He's got the little cobra on the conical hat, just like this guy. That's not coincidence. That's not Jesus on toast. That is an unchanging IMF line, interplanetary magnetic field line, not anything connected to Earth's magnet by definition, and key on the map claims that this is a totally separate entity than our Earth. This being our Earth, and here is the sun side. You may also notice the polarities are different. Okay? The polarity doesn't change just because it crosses the bow shock. And as a matter of fact, most of the pressure that we're looking at, very evidently, is coming from behind the planet. This is an ultraviolet sun. It's a black light. You can't see the fucking thing with your eyes. Funny enough, it's a dark star, very energetic, way more so than ours. It is also the most common type of star in the universe, a blue spectrum, Cassini. Yeah, there's a red one too. His name is Horus. This is not a time to be afraid. We've been hidden from the truth. Our Creator designed us and designed first creation, this being first creation, the stars and the planets. They're living beings with souls. That's why they have magnets. You also have a magnet, soul, in your chest. There are neurons inside your fucking chest surrounding your heart that contain your memory and your emotions. These are all medical facts, not esoteric woo. You must get here in your search bar and look for them. I've put them in video form several times. But you can't believe me. You have to go look because other people, like, oh, I don't know, Scientific Lee, are saying none of it's true. Even though his hero, Ben Davidson, just came out yesterday and said that Ben's quickly becoming my hero. If the man spews truth, it is what it is. It's all I've ever wanted for the world. Fuck, we discovered amazing secrets that need to be shown and told. You need to know your place in creation because if you don't know, you're not going to be much good in this time. We have three suns come together. Earth needs more shields. Steward, you have the magnet in your chest to stack on hers. Magnets stack strength. Period. That's a known physics property of magnets. And they're instantaneously reaction to each other at a distance. It's amazing what we've discovered over here. I've actually got working models where Thesaur Apophis, he'll put a hallback array over his neodymium and light up a light for you. That's how your Dendera box works. Period. You stacked your magnets in there with your coiled wires in the right configuration, and it produces electricity with no moving parts. Made several videos showing this. Ken Wheeler has them on his page. His name is Thesaur Apophis, if you're looking. If you're not looking, you'll go on to the next video over here without looking, and I can't help what you don't learn. You need to do this. I can't sit and spoon feed this to you because you would believe me. This is not a cult. I require you to know shit. You need to go research stuff. You can't fall on my word and believe it. It's not going to work. You must know this information because the pure intent of your heart depends on it. You can't fake that. You have a soul in your chest. I've shown you how to feel it. You can move water. You're a healer. Reiki works. I explain why. It's not an esoteric mystery anymore why human beings are so amazing. We haven't even begun to discover how amazing we are. Now, on this channel, there's a couple of years of all of these are live shows where we were predicting quakes and shit and hitting quakes on the hour magnitude and placing on Earth. There's a bunch of really good videos mixed in here too. Some of the older work, working on our hearts and our magnets. And I go and show you throughout here all of the things I just told you about. There aren't that many. The best ones are right here on BitChute. This format does not limit what I can publish. And I've got plenty over here to look at. It just keeps going. Because I knew I was going to have problems. I'm not dumb. This information needs to be known. And if you're looking for honest to God truth that you can put your hands on, it's here. You'd better look for it because people like this are actively trying to kill the truth. While you sit here on my page telling me not to pay him attention, he's actively killing the truth. Keep spending your energy on me instead of the guy doing the bad shit. Go ahead. You'll see another channel back.